Hi! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have missed you. I have missed you so much. I went to an event called Tumbler Invasion in Tennessee in July, and every single person that came up to me was like, I love your YouTube. I watch your YouTube videos. Can you please say Rim? And I thought to myself, I've got to keep producing YouTube videos because it makes people happy. It makes me happy. And you know what? My heart is in YouTube. Without further ado, let's get into the beautiful tumbler that we're gonna make today. And everything that you see on this tumbler, I have available on my website today for you to use. And guess what? Guess what? If you use discount code YouTube, you can save 10% on everything on my website. You're welcome. Okay, I love you, baddies. Besitos. Let's get started with our tutorial. Guess who's back? It's me. We're starting off with a prepped 24-ounce plump from Tipsy Magnolia. I will have a link and a discount code for you in the description. Oh my gosh, that makes me feel so official. Like, hi guys, I'm a YouTuber. Link in the description. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is measure my cup. Once I measure, I'm going to create a new canvas in my Procreate app. And I'm going to type in the inches of the width and the height. And also, do you see where my finger is at the bottom towards the left? It lets you do it in pixels or inches. We're going to do it in inches. And the top was 9.5 inches. The height was 8 inches. But I add like I do like 9.6 and 8.2 just so I can have a tiny little bit of wiggle room. But you can do exact measurements if you want to. I like to gamble. I like to gamble a little bit and just pray that it works out. So once I saved my canvas, the exact size of my tumbler, I went ahead and went to Drawing Guide. And I did Drawing Assist, which is going to put these grids on my screen. And I like to make them big so that it's just, basically 4 squares. That helps me find the center of my drawing. And then I'm going to do the symmetry option, which basically just makes it to where if you draw something on the one side of your iPad, it's going to mimic exactly identical on the opposite side. And I'm using my monoline brush from the calligraphy section. Now, what you saw me do there was click on my pen, and then I clicked on stabilization and moved those little levers to the right. Basically, what that does is when I do my swirl, instead of my pen shaking and it being all wobbly and for you to be able to tell that I hand drew it, it just kind of gives a little bit more structure to my pen strokes so that I have more curvy but straight lines instead of having like shaky lines. And then I'm going to draw a line around the edge of my template. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because if I didn't establish the corners, the edges of my template, Cricut would simply cut out the squiggly lines in the middle instead of cutting out the vinyl in a square in the size of my tumbler, if that makes sense. So drawing those lines on the very edge of your tumbler template is extremely important because that is where your Cricut is going to know where to cut the square to the size. Then I come and I upload it into my Cricut design space. And then I'm going to size it. So if you click the little edit at the bottom and then you click on that little lock, it allows you to type in your exact measurements. So I'm going to do 9.6 in width by 8.2 in height. And that's the exact size that I designed my template. This should fit pretty perfectly around the 24-ounce plump. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to cut it out of my beautiful Hocus Pocus vinyl, which, by the way, this is all available on my website right now. I have launched a new thing called BADDIEE bundles, and every single week I'm going to have a different theme, and basically you can buy the bundle and it'll be kind of like a subscription box, but without you having to subscribe. So you can purchase either everything, all the glitters and matching UVDTFs and matching vinyl with one click, or you can shop separately and purchase the things that you like separately, but you'll have that option every single week to just buy the bundle if you like everything. This bundle that you see here comes with 2 vinyl patterns, 6 glitters, which are all to the top left, and 2 polymer clay shapes and 6 UVDTFs. All of that for $77. That's a steal. You do get a better deal if you buy the bundle. If you buy everything separately, it ends up being like $85 or something like that. So you definitely save when you purchase the bundle. This one is called Hocus Pocus Baddie Bundle, and it will be up on my website. So feel free to head over and get yourself your bundle if you like all of the things that I was able to use for this beautiful, beautiful tumbler. And in a minute, when it's time to pick our glitter, I will give you a little showdown and show you all of the glitters that come in this bundle. So what you saw me doing there was cutting out my vinyl. Yeah. Then I removed the pieces where I wanted the glitter to be, and I put it on some transfer tape. Now, it took me a few takes. Okay, I could be fake. Okay, like Kim Kardashian's butt. And I could be like, oh my God, I'm so smart. This is going to be so perfect. But no, it took me 3 attempts to get this template on. Okay, I had to keep peeling it up and putting it back. But it's okay. It's nothing but a chicken wing. Wait, is that the saying? Ain't nothing but a chicken wing. It's okay, chicken wing. I don't know. Anyway, it's not a problem though, because here in this YouTube channel, we show mistakes and we show how many times it takes us to do things. We want to know why? Because there's so many new tumbler makers every day, and we don't want to set unrealistic expectations for them, right? We need to be able to be more transparent and vulnerable and show that no matter how long you've been making cups, doesn't matter what your skill level is, we all make mistakes. We all mess up. Anyway, sorry, I just dropped something. So I think that's important. All right, let's move on to the most important part of this tutorial, which is the glitter. I like so much sparkle. This beauty is called Mary, and I promise you, this video is not doing it any justice. Also, it was so satisfying to peel those seals off because it just makes like a pop sound. Oh, I love anything ASMR. And that one has freaking bats. And this one is Sarah. So I have a total of 6 glitters, and they are all absolutely stunning. I cannot even pick a favorite. I really can't. But if I had to, I would say Spellbook, honestly. No. They're all beautiful. And one of the glitters has bats. As freaking black holographic bats. Are you joshing me? Are you jerking my chain? It's freaking bats. All right, I decided to go with Spellbook. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use black acrylic paint, my favorite paint. Since the last time you have seen me here on the tubes of the U is from Hobby Lobby, and the brand is Folk Art. Folk, F-O-L-K. And let me tell you right now, they're folking amazing. They're the best. And they're matte, so they dry very fast, which is my favorite. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, what's this glitter? This wasn't in your bundle. You're right, Gina. You're right. That's a glitter that's already on my website. It's called Nightmare. And the reason I am starting with that glitter is because Spellbook is chonky. And it's got all these, elements in it. And I'm not going to get full coverage on the first coat. I would probably have to do 2 coats. And then I'm going to make my cup too bulky. So what we're going to do is we're going to establish our base with a fine black glitter to get that full coverage. And then once we have that, then we can go in with our Spellbook. Now, what that's going to do is, if there is a spot where I didn't get full coverage with my glitter, you're going to be able to see the black glitter underneath. So it's just going to look like I did get full coverage, if that makes sense. Look how pretty this is. That's called Nightmare, by the way. And it is available on my website. I'm doing this Speedy Gonzalez because I'm Mexican and I just feel like I fit the stereotype. Just kidding, Gina. I'm speeding it up because you already know how to put glue on a cup. You don't need to watch me do that. Then you're going to need a super bougie industrial size handheld fan from France. Haters would say it's from Temu, but it's an industrial size fan from Amazon. No, not Amazon. Whoa, I almost caught myself in my lie. From Paris. And once my glitter is completely dry, I take a chip brush and I just brush off all of the excess glitter. And then I go in with a second coat of Maji Paji, MP, M to the P. I go in with a second coat of Mod Podge. Now, then after I do that, I'm going to go in with Spellbook. Please look at this. Is anyone seeing this? Do you see this glitter? It is spectacular. So spectacular because it sparkles and it even has stars and it's Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus, I smell children. It is so beautiful. It'll make you want to slap your mama. Please don't. Don't slap your mama. I do not encourage that kind of behavior. But it does make you want to slap your mama. That's how good it is. I just love it so much. I think it's so pretty. Let me show you another money shot here of more of a close-up. And then I use my little handy dandy hammer. And I knock off any excess glitter. Once it's dry, okay, do not do this before it's dry. Once it's fully dry, I take parchment paper and then I roll my tumbler like a burrito. Honestly, I would be an elite Taco Bell employee because do you see this? You see how flat that is? That's as flat as Cher's hair, okay? And once you get that done, we're going to go on to our epoxy. I'm using the best on the market, of course, Flynn Sisters Supply Shop. We are using Artist Cure. Do, 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 do. Boop, 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 boo. Now, this is how I like to do my epoxy. I don't use two different cups. I pour my part A at eye level, and then I go in with my part B. I have got this technique down to a tizzle, so I never have sticky cups. Oh my God, that just made me sound so annoying. Ew. Hi, my name is Mayramakesit, and I never have sticky cups. Ew. Do not ever let me act like that. That was so snobby. I have effed up a million cups and given a million cups fupas. I was even bullied one time on live and somebody kept making fun of my fupas on my cups. So also look at my healing journey that I can laugh at that now. Any hoodly patoodly. So girl, please, I mess up all the time. But one thing I don't have issues with is my epoxy not mixing well or not having equal parts. So for anybody who may say, hey, don't do it that way. You can't fully be accurate with the measurements. Can't I? Can't I though, Gina? Can't I? Because I haven't had any issues. Oh, zoned come for me, okay? And then once I get my epoxy on there, I'm going to spread it the way you did on your wedding night. And I'm going to get it all over that cup, and then I'm going to pop my bubbles using a torch. Do not use a heat gun. Use a torch. Heat guns only overheat your epoxy. They make you get dimples. They make your epoxy lumpy, and you're just heating up that epoxy way too much and making it melt off your cup. Just don't. Use a torch. Seriously, trust me. I wouldn't lead you astray. Now we're going to do a rim job, and we're going to clean up the rim. Once you're done with that, you're going to take nail tape. You can use washi tape, but it's not going to work as good because washi tape isn't stretchy. So when you're trying to curve the washi tape, you start to get all these bends in the washi tape and it does not look as good. So you definitely want to either cut striping lines from like a stretchy vinyl that you know you can stretch and mold, or you want to use a nail tape. Nail tape is typically very flexible and very stretchy. So as you can see, I'm able to kind of mold it and curve it. And it was extremely easy to use. I get my washi tape from Amazon. It usually is like $9.99 and it comes in a bundle with a whole bunch of colors and stuff. And it was pretty easy to curve and to apply. I am so in love with this cup. I cannot even tell you. Now we have to pick a decal. Remember how I said that you can purchase the Hocus Pocus Baddie bundle for me? Well, you get all of those 6 glitters that are in the top right corner, and you get all of these UVDTFs. You get 6 of them. You get 6 of them. I'm going to use 2 of them. I know that I really want to use Binks. Also, too, because the colors on Binks, I feel like match this cup perfectly. absolutely perfectly. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Binks on one side, and it's very easy to use UVDTFs if you haven't worked with them much. They are amazing. They are waterproof and permanent. So those of you who are intimidated from using epoxy, you can literally buy these UVDTFs and you can put them on a computer, like on a laptop. If you like to put stickers on it, you can put it on your kid's lunchbox, your kid's color pencil box, your kid's water bottle for school. You can use it for anything. Starbucks cold cups, if you don't want to epoxy over them, acrylic cups, anything at all, because it is permanent and does not need to be sealed with epoxy. However, we are going to seal with epoxy because there is no other way of life. We got to make it shiny. So I did Binks on one side, and then I decided to do the I Smell Children Sisters. I'm going to do I Smell Children on the opposite side because I felt like it. I just thought it was going to look so cute. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy. And you know what? Even if you mess up a little, you can still pull it up if you haven't fully stuck it on there. So all you do is you take your booger hooks and you just rub-a-dub-dub in the tub. Rub-a-dub-a-dub-da-da-da-ba-dub-dub-do. You rub, and that's it. You apply, you peel the backing off. Look how stunning this is. Now we're going to go back and we're going to seal with another coat of epoxy. And I did take a thin coat of Mod Podge and put it all over my cup and let it fully dry to seal that washi tape so that it doesn't repel epoxy. And now I'm going in with Artist Cure from Flynn Sisters Supply Shop. Look how it looks like water. Look at it. Look how clean it is and shiny and crystal clear. And I haven't even popped the bubbles with my torch yet. I know. It speaks for itself. It really do. So I like to use my finger and go up and down just to make sure that I have full cover. Look how pretty this is. I'm obsessed. Hello, YouTube. We came back strong with such a beautiful cup. Then I'm going to pop the bubbles and barazang, baradung. This is what we ended up with. I am completely enamored. Out of all the Hocus Pocus cups I've ever made, this is my favorite. Thank you for watching. If you like the silicone mat or any of the supplies I used to make this cup, it's all available on my website. I will link it in the description. Leave me a comment. And thank you so much for watching, baddies. I love you all so much. It feels so good to be back filming for YouTube. Besitos.